What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hold on. I don't know about. How's it going, y'all? We're hanging out at the other end of the shop. Um, we are waiting on Pim to get home, so we're just going to chit chat for a little bit, man. Talk about a little bit of GNCC racing. B. Neal pulled the overall again. Um, then you had Walker Fowler coming in second, and Josh Merritt. Good run for Merritt, especially bouncing back from the incident with McGill back in the mud. I feel like that was a good bounce back ride. And he said there was a pass that came in that, McGill just kind of let him on by. It's pretty gentlemanlike, especially after what he could have coming. But maybe McGill sees it in a different light these days. I don't know. It is what it is. We are chilling here. Let me turn that off because we're gonna get censored on YouTube. That happens every time when I put these on YouTube. It gives me a little censorship icon or copyright, whatever. Because I like to play corn. Here in a little bit, we're gonna have Tim with Danger X podcast on here. Talk a little bit about him, about quad racing, fellow competitor of mine on the expert line. Talk to him a little bit about his season and a little bit about his podcast and talk to him about what it takes to try to keep this thing going. How we can try to help each other out a little bit, bounce back and forth with each other. Do these together every now and then so we can cuss and discuss racing, man. It's easier to have somebody on here with you talk about these things. But yeah, had some pretty wild things. Heard Kyle Jones' name get yelled across the intercom during the GNCC race. I was like, hey, I know that guy. And then come to find out, dude made it to an Ochre race and went and raced and took the overall in first place in pro class. Or not Ochre, sorry, Great Plains. Sorry to Great Plains. Took the overall and the pro podium win at Great Plains Cross Country. I believe that's at Gearhead was the name of that one in Kanawha, Oklahoma. And I got something in my hand that's been bugging me, and I just poked that pin on it. And you can't really see it, but it flipping hurts. Back in Kanawha, Oklahoma, and I guess that was a pretty good run. It looked like a total mud fest. Glad I didn't make that one. I'm going to be 100% honest. Sat at home, watched some racing all day, watched Supercross, watched GNCC. Actually, I think I fell asleep during the GNCC this weekend and had to go back and watch it because nap time. A lot of good racing I hear, though. Ryan Smith did not choo-choo train nobody. Ryan Smith, it looks like, only made one lap. What's up with that? Nick Comelia. I think that's how you say your last name. What's up, bud? Hadn't talked to you or seen your face in quite some time. I met you when I first started at Ochre. I heard that was a mud fest this weekend. How was the turnout in all, would you say? Was it a good turnout all together, even with the weather? I've seen you had... I'm dumb and I did the numbers earlier. I have all the numbers in front of me, but I can't do that kind of math. I do have the quad numbers here. Somebody wants to do the math, but I'm not doing it. But yeah, I heard Gearhead was a good race. I heard it was just a muddy race, hard passing. I heard Eric Hicks had a good run in it. He said he's running in the podium position up until he hits some mud, but I won't tell his tale. He should start doing live race reports too. I think they're fun. Just because you can see everybody that comes in here and talks to you. But yeah, I heard Eric Hicks had a pretty decent run. Matt Mitchell ended up on the podium. Ben Fulbright running amok is what I hear. Running amok. I didn't ride any of the expert podium, or the open A. Sorry, I'm used to expert and whatever. Open A. I didn't see any of the open A results. I did see that Ethan Gilbert's in the pro line. Not talking trash. I'm not. Some people train harder. That just makes me think that I need to train a little harder in my off season because I want to join him. If he can do it, I think I can. I'm old, but I think I can do it. Ethan, I'm going to join you too, buddy. Don't worry. I can't say that you were in a better class than me. I've been giving you a hard time since I met you. Sorry, I got a dot on my screen. I had to make sure it wasn't dirt on my forehead. But yeah, beautiful day here in central Oklahoma. It's fixing to get crappy. If y'all are headed to Macomb this weekend for round 2, see, I wrote all that down. Round 2 at Rockin' A Farms. I actually like this track a lot. It was a lot of fun. Pits are great. They got a lot of open space. The gate was a little tight last year pulling in for big rigs. So watch for that. I don't remember... sorry, brain. I don't remember much else. I think the dirt road, I think we drove in all the way off of Highway 9 and it was fine. All the way from Highway 9 into this one was just fine. I think that's the way we came. Or maybe, no, maybe we went all the way down to Purcell. But anyways, off of the pavement from the gravel to the drive was fine. But if I remember, the gate was tight coming in this one. I think it's just a 16-foot gate or something like that. It wasn't very big for you big rigs. But a lot of open parking in this field. Didn't really have a good showing at this one last year. Man, I think I got 9th at this one last year. I think I got 9th. My Mini exploded. Mini blew up. That was the one that is me and Cody. We were trying to figure out what the heck is going on, why it just kept dying out. And it was cranking. And then it sounded like you just dropped a bolt down in the cylinder. And I was like, that's not good. Oh, okay. I seen something walking up. It's a dog or a chicken. So Rody's 4-wheeler blew up at this one last year, and I'm pretty sure I got 9th. I didn't check the stats. I didn't have a pretty hot... I had great starts at the start of the season, but I like to hit trees. Start of the season, so it didn't really help me out none. So I got a 9th. Rody had I think he had like a 10th or a 12th because he blew up on the 3rd lap or something. So I'm not looking forward to it. Pretty sure Tim got 4th at this one. He was mad because he was a 4th place rider there for a little bit. Happens. Better than hitting trees and blowing up all the time. Yeah, so looking forward to this weekend. If y'all are traveling on Friday, watch out. Winds are going to be blowing like crazy until after dark. We won't be there until Saturday morning. And I'm pretty sure, fun fact, I can go live on YouTube. So, signal permitting, we will be live on YouTube for the starts. All the way from Pee Wee quads through the big guys until the long course, all the long course quads take off. Child permitting, because I have a 2-year-old, I will be getting post-race interviews. I'll be bugging everybody on the line. I'll be bugging the officials. I've already told Daniel that I'm going to bug him too. He thought he was safe because he's a dirt bike rider. I said, oh, no. You're still the president of Okra. I'm still going to bug you when I'm there going live. If you happen to be in the area, I'm going to get you. We'll be doing post-race interviews or pre-race interviews with people, seeing how they like their practice felt, what they think about the track, and then getting post-race, seeing how everything else turned out, how they how destroyed they got during the race. So that'll be fun. As far as Numb Addicts Facebook pages go, they said I got to be 60 days old and I got to have 100 followers. I think right now I got like 98, 99 followers. I'm right there at the crest of that 100 follower mark that they want. So pretty soon we'll be live on the Numb Addicts. And it could be live there. But if we can't do lives at the races, I'll always have the videos posted as soon as I can get home or get into good service. What up, Morg? How are you, bub? Morgan actually has a really cool videos. I like that rider view. And or track and rider view. That is pretty legit. I tried to roll this thing closer to my back door so I could get better service. Because my last two videos, I couldn't see Eric or Ryan because I was all the way back there where all that crap's piled up. I was sitting next to it down on the not on the ground, but down here on the lower levels, in the peasant level. But yeah, so ready to see Rody get back at it this weekend. He's done really well. He done really well this last race. It'd be cool to see him get a mini B championship, B class championships, whatever, but that's cool. I want him to really work for it. He's really excited for this machine. He worked on takeoffs a lot when we got home on Sunday, mainly because I made him, but I said, dude, was that not embarrassing? And he said, it was kind of embarrassing because it took him 4 jumps to take off, so he ain't gonna do that again. But yeah, we're here chilling in the shop. I got a few viewers. I don't really care about the live views. I just like that y'all are here, y'all interact. It's great. This is all about asking questions too. If y'all want to know certain things about tracks, machines, maybe what kind of setup it is, and if we can help, by God, we can help. We'll give you kind of a layout of what we might be looking at. Macomb, man, it's fun. It's flowy. It's not many rocks. Hold on. I'll scoot that back a little bit more. Oh yeah, shirt of the day. I do that for everybody that, well, I find it entertaining. This guy, I watched that veteran on Facebook, and I want the shirt that says faster than the forever yeet. I want that one. It's funny. Well, Danger X is on here. If you want to, let me try to add you up, or if you're there faster than me, let me try to. There you are. Let me add you. Get homie on here real quick. You go and hit the accept button where the little red dot is. Calling on 10. Ground control to Danger. I don't know if any of y'all are a David Bowie fan, but I used to be for real young at one point in time. This game is. Y'all to see what I got going right here. I've got this phone jammed in the number plate of Ruggy's 4-wheeler, and it's just sitting here holding pretty good. Give you a few. I got you, bro. Let me pull you off there real quick. You just jump on whenever you're ready. Morgan, what kind of camera do you run where you can see your face and what you're looking at? What is that camera? I want to know because that was legit. I want to get. And maybe you should run the Starlink on your head like that dude did for the Baja for his mom. And we can legit live stream the whole time. That'd be cool. What? That's your phone? You strap your phone to the front of your quad? You go live on Facebook when you do that? You go live on what? You worried about losing my daggone phone? There you go. I'll watch this one the other way and watch it since we raced. Live on TikTok, dude. They don't have a TikTok. TikTok's not my thing. I hate to. I've barely got this whole Instagram thing going. Bolted in and tethered. Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to come check that out this weekend because that's pretty scary. But hey, man, I would do it. I'd go live for the whole race. That'd be fun. I'd have to figure out how to do it here or live on YouTube. Go live on YouTube for the race. Who needs racer TV? But now account has discretion. Is that because you say the F word a lot? Viewer discretion is advised. Happens. Happens. I've thought about getting a GoPro, and I want to run it AMA legal, but you can't mount it on your muzzle. According to AMA rules, you can't mount it on your helmet. I will never mount another one on the top of my head. Anytime I see an adult racer with one on their head and they're racing through the woods, I'm like, you shouldn't have that there. You're going to get decapitated. Not because it hits you here, but because it hits you here. See, the whoops in Cleveland, I've never really got to ride that track. I watched some video, and it looks intense. I watched some dudes go through it, and I was like, man, you got to be more in gas. And I'm sitting there thinking about it. Really, their videos don't look like they're flying, but they do no justice on the videos unless, like, you're in a section with a lot of trees, and you can see the trees just whooshing past them. That's the only time these GoPros do anybody justice is in the trees when you're going fast. Anyways, yeah, I was watching those whoops, and I'm like, man, you got to hit them harder. Pin that sucker back. And I'm just like, maybe not. Maybe not. They look deep. But yeah, I see all these big old utility videos, and I'm just like, man, that's Morgan and his homies. I'm like, that's cool. And I'm glad to see Justin Lee back. That's for sure. Miss that guy. Miss seeing that fast orange quad tearing everybody up. Y'all had a good battle coming out of the gate. Damn, he's fast. Move that Can-Am or that Polaris. Sorry, I didn't call it a Can-Am. I'm not here for that heat. I don't need that hate in my life. But anyway, he moves that big old quad around pretty easy. I'm bound to have kids coming in here in a minute. Hate to see him on a sport quad. I mean, not hate it, but damn, dude's fast. Yeah. He catches me all the time, and I'm just like, man, if I could if I could just latch on to Justin and hold on to him, and I'm just like, yes, he's in his own little world. Hello, Josh Pearson. But I'm like, man, Justin Lee, quit being so fast. You make me look bad from back there. Shoot, I got to follow him. I feel like it was one of the cash races. I feel like it was one of the cash races where we had tabletops in the trees. I can't remember. I think that was cash. It wasn't the Mud Fest, and it wasn't the cold one. I think it was cash 2. I think it was cash 2. But man, I was coming out of a tree line with him to hit one of them tabletops, and like I was still trying to race him. I was giving Justin the preferred line, but I was trying to race him. Homie blasted. I mean, blasted me with not roost, but everything. Like he threw whole trees and stuff at me. I mean, granted, we're racing. He wasn't trying, but good God, dude. Like I got blasted with rocks and mulch and like you could say roosted all you want to, but it's like somebody took a shovel and just threw it at you. There's so much roost hit me in the face. Like it filled my helmet, it ran down my shirt, I had it in my pants. It was a rough day. But yeah, I don't remember what that was. But dude, so fast. And then Josh has the slickest bike on the line this year. Hands down, I don't care what anybody says. Slickest bike on the line. I love that bike. Love it. Um, not jelly, but I love it. That is sick. looked fast. Everybody looked pretty fast starting out. You know, first race jitters, getting them out of the way. Made it through the gates clean. No wrecks. I don't really think, besides Josh Hayes, I don't really think we had too many. No problem. Day notter, sir. Um, I don't think there was any wrecks out in the woods that needed attention. Josh's Raptor ate a tree, but whatever, man, that happens. That happens. Um, Somebody was trying to call medic captain. Haha. Identified as spam. Sucker. We're just chilling, waiting on Tim. You know, I'm hanging out this evening, enjoying the weather. Anybody want to talk about anything important? Anything at all? Josh, did you race the Great Plains circuit? Are you racing that series this year? And Morgan, are you racing that this year? I think I seen you at it. We's gonna, but I gotta catch up on a few bills. I'm gonna hit. I plan on hitting the national qualifier and getting Rody in that. See if we can get him qualified for nationals. Just to see if we can go, we can go. But if not, right on. I thought I seen you racing the GP this past one. But yeah, we'll make that national qualifier one. Always waiting on parts, man. Always waiting on parts. Did you tear anything up at Cleveland? I thought the news was on. It's not. But it says the wind's going to be blowing 75 miles an hour. That's so cool. I'm trying to not go to work because I drive a really tall plumbing truck, and I don't want to be a sail in the wind. That sucks. Keep hearing something wood behind the house, too. Waiting on it to pop out. Fuel pump. Yeah, you almost got to keep a spare one of those, I feel. And I hear you got to go OEM on those if you go loose or anything on OEM, it's going to go pretty quick again. Yeah, bro. Morgan, I understand, dude. That trailer's going to be a bitch to tow. It's going to be pulling that thing around. At least you got a, God, what is that? 1,500-pound four-wheeler in there. You still have the LTR, that's another 450, 500 pounds. So, I don't know, you'd be alright, but I'm with you, dude. It'd be whipping that trailer around so much. Yeah, we're not going to be there till Saturday morning. So, it'll save us a spot close to the start gate. Uh, yeah, we'll be there in the morning. We're not trying to drive at night and deal with that wind. We don't have a tent that I want to take the time to set up. Your baby truck. I mean, that little bitty single wide half ton, that is a, well, hello, Danger X. That little single wide half ton, yeah, I don't know how it's going to do pulling that enclosed in that 75-mile-an-hour wind. They say it's supposed to stay that way till after 10, so. Now you got Danger X going to drive a bus. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. So I'm going to see if I can get him on here real quick. See, he's not even on here anymore. Quit leaving, bro. Or bring yourself on here. Add yourself to my call, sucker. Where'd you go? Hey, you ain't even here, dog. But yeah, the winds are supposed to suck this weekend, so y'all watch out. 75-mile-an-hour gust possible. What did they say? Over 40-mile-an-hour winds all day. So that sucks. Don't nobody want that. So even if we get any rain here in the next couple of days. It's going to dry out, so don't worry about that. It ain't going to be muddy. I hope y'all took my advice and sprayed Pam on your fenders and wheels and stuff before this last weekend's race so the mud just slides off. If you didn't, you learned. Pam. I go to the dollar store and buy the cheap stuff. So, well, not pro tip because I'm not pro. Tim, it keeps saying you're popping up. Danger X keeps popping up, but you're not on there. It's not going to let me add you, I don't think. Haha. Nope. Nope. You're not in the audience, buddy. We can only add people in the audience. I can add Morgan and I can add Josh. Y'all are the only two lame-os that watch me too. I don't know if y'all seen the headline, but I called everybody posers on here. Josh finally stepped up into a line appropriate for him. Morgan's still out there killing it on his recliner. Got that lazy boy running through. Hello, Tim Langer. I see you pop back up again. I'll quit these things one day. Yep. Just waiting on Tim to get his stuff figured out. I still don't see you on here. I got Dylan and Morgan and Josh. I'm about to invite the number 2 overall. I don't know why it's not working, Timbo. Everybody's got a green camera on them, but you have to log out and log back in. Why does it keep doing that? Dylan Youngblood, how was that Mudfest, buddy? I seen it was a good one. How you gonna let Ty Jones? How you gonna let Ty Jones go race the GNCC and then come back? Man, that dude's fast. I was watching him take off out of the gate. It was pretty quick. Had a good run this weekend. Pretty muddy though. But yeah, it looked like it was a good mud fest. Everybody looked like they enjoyed that thoroughly. I do enjoy good mud races every now and then. Soon, next season, I will be running every race. We'll be back in it hardcore again. I'm going to spend this time to work on strength and conditioning and get better to, I'll say, chase Dylan Youngblood. We'll just say that. Because he's fast. We all want to be fast. But he got beat over the weekend. Let's go, Quentin. God dang, Quentin Justice, first year in pro line, got third. No way. Hey, if he sees this, it's probably because they weren't going fast enough to go off the side of the ravine. I'll leave the next one out though. I'll leave the next one out. That one was almost a low blow, but that was about as far as I was willing to go on the trash talking on you. I don't know why it's not letting Tim or Danger X join this here video. It does not like you. But good racing this weekend. I had all those numbers and stuff pulled up. It looked like there was a good showing in the long course for Great Plains. I didn't check the short course numbers. I don't really pay attention to a whole lot. I did see the podium on that. I think that was Kellen in second. Kyle Kellen, Kylie Smith on the pro podium for the, I keep calling it short course, the sprint class. So pretty good numbers this weekend. Pretty good showing of Ochre Racers still out there, still hitting it hard and heavy. I don't know how many plan on. I say Ochre Racers. There's a few Ochre Racers that still come back and forth. We should all still come back and forth. Both circuits still need all the racers. Short course numbers in Ochre didn't look that great. they're going to have to crunch those numbers down and make everybody race the same two classes. They're going to have to go back to an AV and short course. They did a C and D, or an added a D, I think, last year or this year. And then there were like nine people for 4 classes, something like that. So short course numbers are going to probably end up going back to 2 lines. Long course, I think there was 30, 35 quads on the line still in long course for Oka round 1. Pretty decent numbers still. 5 pros. 5 pros still had a whole line of experts and had a few good lines behind, a few good rows behind. You got any ladies that race 4-wheelers or ride 4-wheelers, tell them to come ride the long course for Okra. It's a good experience. It's fun. Timbo, I don't know what's going on here. It does not like you. It's ridiculous. Try to add the homie on here. We'll have to do a separate one with just you, through your Danger X. Well, I don't know, buddy. That's so wild. I don't know why. And like, I can click on these other faces, and it will let me add these other faces, but it won't let me add Tim. I don't know. It's wild. We're going back to Macomb this weekend, man. Like I was saying earlier, I love this place. It was such a good time. I got tackled by a Pee-wee quad at this one. I was talking to Chad Pinkston, and I did rule number 1 of being a spectator on a race course, and I turned my back to the racers. I was talking to Chad. He had a broken leg and was out there chilling, just directing traffic, and his eyes got really big, and he stepped behind his 4-wheeler, and I looked back just in time to put my arm out and catch that kid's 4-wheeler as I went and took them out going off the quad. Or going over the quad. It was kind of funny. Yeah, we're just excited to go on wind alert day. Really want to get Tim's opinion on how sucky that's going to be in the bus. He's driving his bus. I'm sure he is. The bus is going to suck to drive in the wind. He's got one of his boys going to be his first race this weekend. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. It's going to be a good time. Brody's looking to come out and just dominate start to finish in the beeline. I know that there's a few of y'all that are looking to come out and get a better run. Josh, are you going to be ready for this weekend? Grant is out for the time being. Grant Hinchy is out for the time being. I think that's how you say his last name. Out for the time being. Sucks. But he gonna pit his girlfriend. First time racer, he gonna get her going and make sure that she's running fine. She's gonna be running short course. So adding to the number of short course, Macomb is only an hour outside Oklahoma City, so y'all don't be bumps on a pickle. I don't even think there's Supercross this weekend, so what a better reason. No GNCC. Out of state working. Lame. I guess that's your one drop of the season. Can't do that too much. Hopefully I'll be back racing a couple of them after summer break. I'm gonna make no promises, but hopefully. And if there's no pros, I'm gonna be going. There's probably gonna be pros. I probably won't get that lucky. I'll probably have to challenge one of the young kids that still runs that class. Oh man, Tim, I don't know what's up, bro. It does not like you for sure. Yeah, I can add anybody to this but you right now. Trying to add Danger X podcast. We were going to have a good show tonight. Talk about quad racing with him and his season and his podcast. Really like what he's done with this podcast. Like I said earlier, I really want to start doing some things with him. I'm going to keep my own thing going, though. I kind of like what I got going. Bringing one person on a week and just kind of talking about the race and their season and, letting them give a shout out to their sponsors. I know there ain't a whole lot going on this channel and this page right now. I don't have a whole lot of follows to say the big following because we are just Oklahoma quad racers. I know some of y'all come from Texas, some of y'all come from Kansas. But this is just one of the things that we all come together as friends and do. And so I I enjoy it. This is probably the best thing that I've gotten myself into. I got it introduced to me. I kind of look at this as I wouldn't call it a second coming, but like a second chance at life. Because some of y'all know me, some of y'all know where I've come from. It's pretty rough, but whatever. I've made it through things. We're here. We like to race quads. That's all I want to talk about. I've coached youth wrestling the past couple of years. Been kicking around the idea of not and just focusing on this and focusing on racing and chasing the pro line, dude, because that's what we're all in it for. Trying to chase that pro line. Uh, you know, not saying that I can beat anybody on it, but I can compete. And the more people on the pro line, the better payout for everybody. So, better. I mean, and it's just like a wrestling match. It's not your day every time, but there's always a moment where it's your time to shine, and that's always there. So, racing's racing. It's all fun. I wish I could add Tim to this motherflicking. Yep. Wish I could add you, Timbo. Tim, you have any questions? You got any statements you want to make? I'll shout them out to the people if they don't know how to read. I don't know how to read either, though. So, we're chilling because I'm trying to figure out why I can't get Tim on here. Can't do a whole lot because I'm really shaking it around. Everybody motion sick. Keep a Texas flag in the shop. Everything in the background. I'm here so I get better service. Because the last couple times I couldn't see anybody's faces whenever I was calling them on video. Yeah, still nothing. Tim, I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out. I don't know, big dog. My race report for this weekend is y'all just prepare for dry, dusty conditions again. Well, that's probably why you're on an iPad. Damn Apple products. It's going to be dusty conditions. Hopefully, it's breezy enough that the dust is really not a factor and that it's blowing off. Sure, it's going to be bad in the trees anyway, so Vaseline the goggles in the face. And get ready for a fest. If you haven't been drinking water, it's Wednesday. You better start putting it down now, but if you haven't, you're too late. Know that. That is a simple fact. Oh, hell, Tim, you stop doing what you're doing, baby. Here we go. Here we go. I see your green spot. I said, you better start putting it down now, but if you haven't, you're too late. Know that. That is a simple fact. Oh, hell, Tim, you stop doing what you're doing, baby. Here we go. I can see the black screen, but I can't see Tim. I see your green. Tim, that's on me, Bubba. Let me roll this quad back up a little bit more. So I don't know what happened there, but you disappeared on the green dot again, Bubba. And then you were replaying me back to myself in the background. See, I can get Josh on here, but I can't get Tim. I don't know if you went back to your iPad, but that's a bad place to be. You just go back to your phone because whenever I go to record this, I'll see your face again. Whenever I go to replay this. Oh yeah, because I forgot to screen record this from the get, dummy. That makes things a lot easier. But yeah, I had Tim on here for like a split second, except I was playing back myself, so that was kind of strange. Let's see. I see Tim's face again. Let's see if we can add him one more time. See what this looks like. Because I have. Oh, see, he said no. I have all the G's in the world for him. All the G's. So hopefully I'll be able to pick up Tim and be able to see his beautiful smiling face. So I don't know what happened again. He disappeared again. And then Josh left. That's no fun. So I got 7 people watching. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing this fine, beautiful Wednesday evening? Josh Pearson, where do you got to go out of town to work at? Do you do something really, really cool? If you do, you should share with the class what you do, because I like cool stuff. Or unless you can't tell me. You look like a guy that has a job that can't tell me what you do, you know. So I understand that as well. Timmy got a green dot again. You just add me to the converse, or whenever you're ready, because I'll accept it. Louisiana, nice. Almost crawfish season. Almost crawfish season. X-ray pipelines. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's what you do. You just said pipeline integrity, and just make sure that you tell me that it's integrally sound still and structurally sound. That's all that tells me. But that sounds cool. Little birds fighting in the tree. The other day I was out here and there were two big old hawks fighting in this tree right behind the shop. It was pretty cool. I was hoping they'd pull each other's feathers out so I could get some and hide them in the shop, but they did not. Tim, I'm going to try to add you again, so don't decline this. Let's talk about some racing, bro. Invite. Add Tim. Sup, dude? Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on. My phone was working, but I got you, I guess.
Can you see me?
Yeah. Here, let me
Okay,
go.
well, I can't see you, and I'm pretty used to that by now, because I couldn't see Eric or Ryan.
Oh, no, I can't see you.
Whatever. I'm sure whenever I go back to replay this, can everybody see Tim?
I can see you on my other screen now.
Oh, yeah. See, I need that whole split screen thing. One of these days I'll have that. We're doing this simply.
Yeah.
Man, so technical difficulties to get Tim on here. I don't know how long I've been live streaming for, but y'all get over it. Y'all like racing too. It's a little boring and slow right now.
My sideways? I'm trying to make mine side or normal.
I don't know, but my wife says that she can see us both, so that's perfect. Hello, my beautiful wife.
All right. Well,
Timbo, Danger X podcast, man. How are you, bud?
Good.
Yeah.
Been just buttoning everything up, getting ready.
Yeah. I got your 4-wheeler straightened out.
Yeah. It's running pretty good now.
Right.
Something
Right
stupid.
on.
I figured it out though. At the time, I felt like it was just nothing I could do. I was just ready to just send it off, but I got it figured out.
Well, hey, man. Especially when you're at the races in the heat of the moment, it's kind of one of them things. It's like, man, the whole world's on fire at this moment, and I could care less.
I know.
So I feel that because last season I was plagued with all of them moments, so I feel that.
Yep.
I feel that. Man, you had if everybody has not subscribed to the YouTube of Numb Addicts, Tim's got a pretty good start on there. Matt Mitchell pulled the massive hole shot, but Tim was right on his heels going into that second turn. So, really, Matt didn't have a massive hole shot because the hole shot was actually 3 right before turn 4, I believe. But pretty good jump out of the gate, I'd say, from my perspective, from a spectator perspective.
That was probably my best one since Macomb last year. I was right behind Torres in third, and I don't know who was in first at the time, but that was a pretty good start.
I think it was Brody. That was when Brody and Torres were sandbagging us.
It was Brody. Yeah.
That was whenever the kids that are in pro were sandbagging us on the expert line.
Yeah, they're young. Their joints are more flexible. Their bones are still a little bendy. They don't quite have the jobs they got to go to. Like they probably work, but they don't have families depending on them. So they have that little bit. They have that little bit of edge that they're not too scared to just send it without as much consequences. Nothing. That's a good thing. That's a little late in the game for me to be going quite so fast, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes. I still want to try to catch them though, but there's times where I get told I ride over my head a lot, and I agree with that. I would hit so many trees.
I need to just send it a little harder some more times. I don't know.
I would agree. There's times I'm with you in the woods that I'm like, pick up the pace, bro. But there's times whenever you come up to me where I'm like, holy hell, I can't move that quick. My hips don't work like that.
Yeah, like my movement and stuff, I feel like it's pretty good. Last year I was dealing with my Honda. It was super wide, and then I switched halfway through the season. Was dealing, figuring out the Yamaha, but I feel
Right,
pretty good on it.
right. Comfortable on that Yamaha. Well, hell, you go and ride about every weekend you can.
I did last year. This year I've gone twice, so far.
Well, shoot, you didn't even touch your bike all off season.
I know. I had started, clutch was out, and I wanted to do a full rebuild on it, and it was so cold here, and had just been working like crazy. A bunch of people, out of work and stuff, so just didn't have a whole lot of time.
Nah, for sure. I feel that. Time is a big thing.
You know.
Yeah, time is a big thing. Well, dude, like I was talking earlier before I got you on here, dude, the wind forecast for Friday is outrageous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What direction is it supposed to be from?
I believe it's going to be a southwest wind at 75 mile an hour gusts, possible.
From the southwest?
I believe so.
Oh man, there goes my fuel economy there.
Well, shit, I'm worried about you driving that big old parachute down the road.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I drive a semi every day. It was like 45 miles an hour winds, whatever, 70 mile an hour gusts last week.
Yeah.
And had a little bit. There's the same highway I was on had 3 trucks flip over about the same time as me. My tarp got bananaed in half and almost flew off and took my truck with it. I had to pull over and deal with it. It was a mess. It was felt like I went up on half my wheels there, bicycling a little bit.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, no thank you. No
But
thank you. I'm so glad I don't drive a semi.
hopefully it won't be quite a bad crosswind, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Let's see, Macomb. No, if you run down to 30, run over to 35, or
Yeah, that's where I go down.
are you going to shoot over to Wichita and straight down?
Yep.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, you might be all right. There's enough hills on 35. Once you get around Oklahoma City, you should be fine. Hills, and there's enough trees. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember which way we took last year. I think we came in. See, I think this is one where we turn off on Purcell, and it's before can't quite remember. I remember the parking area though, and I remember the track. I remember getting tackled by a quad at this one. I was sitting there hanging out with Chad Pinkston and talking to him, and a Pee-wee quad ventured off track, and I did the first thing that you shouldn't do as a spectator, and look away from the action. Because by the time I looked back, I was about ran over, and I got my arm out and I tackled that poor kid off his 4-wheeler. But man, he took me smooth out. Pretty sure this is the one where I lined up next to Cody. I had Cody on one side and somebody on another. Man, I got pinched off in the turn and I got so mad. And then I'm pretty sure this is the one Cody said he saved my life because he's about to come flying over the top of me and across a ravine.
Oh, yeah.
So if I remember the comb correctly, it was a fun one, but I'll know it for sure when I get there.
I remember it had like a part you drop down in. It had like some like round washout boulder like little valley that you go up and down through. And I remember passing Cody and that he got high centered, and I went around him. And
oh yeah, it had like the river delta looking effect of a canyon, where you come in on the top of it and then it just opened up to this huge wide section, didn't it?
Yeah, with like rounded off like washouts.
Yeah, and there's only like 2 or 3 good lines through it, maybe one or two.
Yeah, you could go all the way or kind of around. I think it was all pretty legal, if I remember right.
Oh man, I don't remember. I knew it was fun, and that spot was kind of hard, but it was cool.
I was doing really good in that race. I was in second for 2 laps, I think, and then I got I got passed by someone, and then Brady passed me last quarter lap. I
Right.
got fourth.
Right. Yeah. I know. I think this was the one Tim got mad and was like, "I'm just a fourth place finisher," and I was like, "Well, just keep trying, bud. You'll get it." I think this is that one where you were mad because I think you come in fourth like 2, 3, 4 times by this point.
It was frustrating. Yeah, yeah. But I was on my Honda. Now I got to try it on the Yamaha. This is my favorite track of last year, and I was super excited about it getting voted best track of the year. It can, makes you feel validated when your favorite track wins best track. I had no idea that many people liked it. I was for sure something else was going to win.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a solid track, dude. I liked it a lot. I
It
enjoyed
was nice.
racing this one.
It was nice and green, and it just looked great too.
Oh yeah, no, the pits were great. It was like I was saying earlier. This is the one with the skinny gate. So we got to watch. If you got a big rig, you got to watch the gate coming in.
I know that was the first one that we took this RV to.
Yeah, yes, I remember that too because I got there before you, and I was like, "Good luck, man."
We pulled in at night, and we found the only wet spot there was and got stuck. Had to get pulled with a tractor, and then just kept going. We were kind of following the tree line. I said, okay, this is a good spot. Just park the RV, set it up. There's along some yellow tape. I figured, they're kind of taping off the parking area for
Yeah,
the trees and stuff. And wake up in the morning, and there's quads flying by 4 feet from our front steps. I'm like, wow, we're a little close to the track here. It was a cool view. Perfect place to pit.
yeah, for sure. You did have a good spot at that one.
Yeah, yeah. Just enough space for our big, RV mat. Like I think it's like 5 foot wide.
Oh yeah,
Just to,
no, for sure. I remember passing it, thinking like, "Dang, if I just scoot over a little bit, I'm gonna make Tim's wife mad."
I know, just it was covered in dirt clods after.
Yeah, it was covered in roosts the whole time. That's for sure. It was
Luckily,
definitely covered in
it
roosts.
wasn't dusty. It was nice tacky dirt though, so it wasn't
Yeah,
too
I
bad.
remember that one. They got some moisture that week before the race.
I was hoping this rain that's going to be down there will be a little farther to the west, maybe dampen it up.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. I think we're get out of my water, dog. I think we're gonna get stuck with some dry conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hoping Daniel comes on and corrects me here in a little while and says we're gonna get some rain, and there is rain, and you know, it don't look like rain that way. It's not close
I
enough.
just hope it's not a dust. Every race of dust bowl like last year. That was getting intolerable. That was towards the end.
God, I was begging for a mud race.
I know, I
I
know.
was like, man, I'd totally take a mud fest right now. Mud races would be great. I know.
So,
I'll be in there in a little bit.
What's up, Jen?
how's it going, Rhodey?
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. I think it's going to be a good time. I was wondering how you were going to manage with the 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts in your bus.
Hammer down. I guess steer into it if it starts tipping.
I thought it was steer out of it.
No, you steer into it. Steer into the way you're tipping.
Yes, correct. That's what I was figuring. Steer out of the wind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, we're on the same page. We're following each other now. But yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'm excited to see what numbers turn up this weekend for round two. Conoway looked like it had a good turnout for Great Plains.
Yeah,
Round two, that looked like they had a good turnout.
yeah.
What do you think about old Kyle Jones winning that overall?
That's interesting how ended up driving the whole GNCC thing, then going winning the sprint and the long course. That's pretty fun seeing some
Uh,
new contenders up there.
let's go ahead and just say that he got 10th in his class, which is Junior A in GNCC, which is 20 plus.
Yeah,
And then out of all 150 competitors, 140 competitors, he got 57th overall.
that's not bad. That Alabama track looked amazing. It looks
Oh,
fun.
dude, that looked like such a good time. If they do that one in the future, I'd want to go try to hit that one because that ain't that bad of a drive.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a super crazy technical like snowshoe or Iron Man can be something or whatever.
For
But
sure,
it right
they had
and
some hills and
yeah,
stuff, but it was more flat. It was more of a flatter GNCC race.
but it looked so fun though.
Bro, it looked like a blast. It looked like a freaking blast. I was watching somebody on a utility smack that guardrail. They hit that guardrail, hit it sideways because they were coming into a turn up to it and just
Yeah.
drifted into it. And their front tire, they hit it so hard their front tire popped up under that guardrail.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it took them like 20 minutes to get it off. Luckily, it was right there in like the amateur pits, I think is where it was.
Yeah.
Is in the amateur pits, and luckily somebody seen what's going on and grabbed an impact and stuff. They popped his tire off, slid it over, and put his tire back on, and he took off again.
There you go. There you go.
I don't remember who that was. I might have shared it on the Numb Addicts page.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I think I might have shared it on there, but yeah, dude, it was great as a utility quad. I don't remember who it was though. Couldn't think of it to save my life. I know me and you kind of talk about it on the off every now and then, but ATV MX this last weekend kind of getting boring with Joel Hetrick.
I haven't got to watch the Triple Crown that they did, which I like that they're kind of mixing it up. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the fact that they did a Triple Crown. I think they need to have longer motos though.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know yet.
They had 10-minute plus 2 laps, I think, motos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, Joel Hetrick did like 17 freaking laps. But
there needs to be, I don't know, I miss the production class that they had. It's because the thing with ATVs is, like, there's so much that you can do, like, they're so performance, like, heavy, like, you know what I mean? Like, when they were in the
right,
production, when they had that production class, they all had to be stock. That
right,
was really, really close to spec racing. They're a lot closer and a lot more even.
right, right. That'd
Granted,
be
they
cool
always
if they
still
come
wouldn't
back out
have.
with that again.
Yeah, they did away with it for whatever reason.
Well, because Yamaha's the only one producing a quad.
Yeah, the Yamaha class.
Yeah, the Yamaha class is all they'd have to call that one because that's all it's going to be. You
Yeah, yeah.
know, nobody in their right world has a production anything anymore.
I know Joel. The first year, Joel ran a red Suzuki,
Yeah.
but got in trouble for his pipe being modified or something.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure them strict AMA rules. I wonder when the Great Plains is going to go AMA sanctioned.
Man, I hated racing AMA stuff. It's so annoying. They still send me stuff and like try and get me to renew my membership in the mail. It's like I laugh every time. So if I don't, I'd rather almost set myself on fire.
Right.
That's their rules get ridiculous. Like the whole GoPro thing.
Can't have it on your helmet.
Yeah, and like the GNCC, the pro, they can't wear GoPros because if you notice, because they're not technically pros. They don't have pro licenses like the ATV motocross,
Right, right, right.
which is weird. I don't know why,
Right. Are they
but
not AMA sanctioned?
I thought they were. Now that you're saying that, I don't. I'm pretty sure that. Well,
I thought
maybe
they
they don't.
were, but yeah, I've heard that rumor that they don't have pro cards
Yeah,
like like Joel Hetrick and Bryson Ford and them.
yeah, yeah.
So that would make
Well,
that would make John Guada.
they have to be AMA if they're not allowed to wear the GoPros. You know.
Yeah, I mean they go AMA rules. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
So I don't know why they're not licensed. I don't know.
I know I've seen pros have GoPros on.
Yeah, they're not on their helmets anymore.
No, you can't put them on your helmets anyway, even as an amateur racer in an AMA
Yeah,
race.
yeah. They can on
Uh,
the motocross though, but
you can on I didn't think you could on motocross either.
you have to be licensed pro to have a GoPro in your helmet.
That's stupid.
Yeah. If you've noticed, one of the riders now has is doing an Insta like who is it in Moto and Supercross? He's running an Insta 360. I think it's Bam Bam has an Insta 360 cam now or something. One of them does.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into that. I have to look into that.
yeah,
Did you watch any of the GNCC that happened over the weekend?
the Alabama one.
Yeah, did you get to watch it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's stupid. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, man. Excited for this weekend. Excited to see Rhodey running. You got Conrad's spoiler fixed, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was so stupid. It was the dumbest thing. A little sensor for whatever reason,
Right, right.
and changed it. Running just fine now. We went riding. Him and our youngest Archer. He's gonna come. He got cold feet the first race, and so he's gonna race this one. So we got two of them race. I got Pee Wee and Mini A class. Conrad finally. He was so bummed out. He get to race his first Mini A race.
Right. Hey, man. It's all right. I think he'll be all right. He's getting faster. So
Yeah,
he's going to get up there and run with them kids just fine. That
and I
just
mean,
sucks that sucks that we couldn't get it going, though.
yeah, it was the weirdest thing. It was acting. I
It ran just fine that morning.
yeah, all day, and then it wouldn't
Yeah.
start, and then I push started it. It ran just fine. Rode it up there. He killed it, and then it just would idle in neutral. But as soon as he put in gear, just I don't know. It was the weirdest.
Right. For sure.
Roadie ready?
Yeah, Rhodey's ready. We did a lot of start practices that Sunday after, and we've done a lot of start practices over the weekend when we were outside. I believe that was Monday or so when I got home early from work. I had him out here riding, had him riding over the weekend. So
Yeah.
he's pretty excited. He said that's never happening again. Um, so I told him never say never because I mean it still happens to me every now and then.
Right.
But like I told, it's like I was teaching you got to be committed to the throttle. Just hold it wide.
Yep. 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 See,
Yep.
I've got mine starting. Last year it was being weird in the starts. I think it may have been that starter clutch bearing going out. It didn't like to start in gear.
Yeah.
It was having problems starting. Maybe I had an injector issue, and maybe since I changed that, that's why it's running better. I also been playing with some of the maps on the Vortex, trying some of them out, and I've got it on one that I like a lot, and it's starting really good.
Right. That's what you're saying. That you can start it in gear. It starts right off. Everybody better watch out. Tim's
Uh,
coming from the start to finish,
it's gonna
first place.
be dusty. My mission is to get a good start.
Hey, man. I believe that's all of our missions, but I think for you, after this last race, I think getting a good start, coming from second place to first,
Yeah.
gonna be a tall order, but I think you can handle that.
Yeah, yeah. I felt good last race, and then that having the issues, I didn't know what it was, and yeah, it turned out to be a super plugged up injector.
Ah, dang.
I was paper towels dumping crap out of it,
Hey,
and I just put a new one. I just got a new one, put it in.
what are your friends for telling you what things to look at? It
Yeah,
just to me it sounded like an injector. I was like, well, if you're doing fine until this, then
yeah,
man, we might as well rule that out.
yeah, yeah. And at the time, I was just trying to during the race, it was freaking out. It kept bogging out, and then it would die.
Right.
It wouldn't start, and they would, then I'd get it started and go again. And a couple people, like, I bet, like, in the amateur class or whatever, I bet they're wondering what the hell, because they'd come up on me. I'd be stopped somewhere, pulled over, like, sitting there trying to start it. They'd go by,
You're
and
right.
like a couple minutes later, I'd end up blowing past them, and then they'd catch me again, and I'd end up blowing past them again. And it's
Sometimes it be like
so
that.
stupid. And then,
No,
yeah, I didn't even get a finish. I did three, started my fourth lap, and just I couldn't do it anymore. It was just getting too bad.
well, I mean, at that point, you're just hurting yourself trying to run your starter that many times. So
Yeah, yeah.
it, it's worth just moving on to the next one.
There was
You know,
one point where I'm just sitting there riding, it's being weird. I lost focus for a couple seconds. I'm thinking, what could it be? What could it be? Is it my valves? Something going on with that. And
Right.
just as I lost focus, I bounced off a little tree, and I'm just front flipping probably 10 feet through the air, land on my opposite shoulder, roll, and like get on. And then I'm just on my feet, standing there looking at my quad, like, what the? This happened.
Good
But
Lord.
yeah, I used some acrobatics there.
Right.
The inside of my thigh has a ginormous bruise still, and I think it may, hit the handlebars on the way over. I don't remember it, but
Thighs tend to do that whenever you catch trees and go over them.
my shoulder
I
got
can,
a big old bruise on it for a while.
yeah, catching trees in the ground tend to bruise you. Yeah. Uh, um, man, how you feel like you're going to do this weekend? You feel like you're going to run amok and run the podium?
I was telling you and Jamie, it's podium or ambulance.
Hey, man, wreckers or checkers is how I feel about every race I step into.
Sending it.
Hey, man, whenever somebody's like, man, just go through and just ride and go take it easy and figure it out, I'm like, yeah, you got it. I'm just going to ride nice and easy and just try to finish the race in one piece.
I was like
Soon as, soon
telling
as
you and
the,
Jamie, it's podium or ambulance. Sorry.
yep, soon as the green flag waves, that thought's gone. I'm trying to win now.
Yeah.
So that's my issue. We always think about trying to win. Oh man, Danger X podcast. What are you going to be doing next? You working on lining anybody up, trying to get
I've got several people I'm thinking about. I don't know if you get how much you guys want to talk Supercross. Since we're doing the Supercross fantasy for Danger X, we want to talk about a little about that. It's had some shakeups. Whoever was in the lead, they don't have their name. What is it? K11. I said
K11?
they were in the lead and they got bumped down. It had some shakeups. I was in third, I think, at one point. Got bumped down to sixth. I forgot to do my picks. But thankfully, it just auto picks your last picks, which wasn't too bad. I'm back up to fourth, but there was some shakeups going on. It's getting interesting.
Yeah, I'm rounding out the last place spot.
I see.
Me and somebody else are holding it down in the back. I don't know who that is, but
Jamie's
I'm getting my butt kicked. Yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked on the fantasy right now. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at picking them.
Yeah.
We need to get a GNCC fantasy going.
Yeah.
I'm really good at those.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun to do like an Okra fantasy or something. That'd be a lot of trying to figure out something, but I think there'd be some.
Yeah, consistency. I mean, we're gonna
You
definitely
never,
see with the new series.
you never know who's gonna show up or not, so it's just kind of hard to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard
Like,
to have that fantasy draft when you don't know who's going to be there consistently week in and week out.
yeah, especially with the two series running, people trying to figure out which one they want to do more. And
Yeah, grass is greener on the other side, or might as well look at both grasses from both sides of the fence. Or
it's gonna be hard to do both. So, assuming there's gonna be some drop offs on either one.
all right, well, it's like I was doing the math on just or just roadie to go race. Like if we would have went to that Kanawha race,
Yeah.
just roadies race alone is $35, and then 45 for a transponder. It's going to cost $75 just for roadie to race that last weekend. You know, $10 a person. Really, that's not too bad. But the kids' fees are more. Short course fees are more.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say probably you're paying for the atmosphere and the fact that you don't have to volunteer your time one race out of the season.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. That's cool.
that is cool. I do like that fact. But I mean, that's the difference. That's what you're paying for. So
I liked doing it last year, though. It was really fun.
I don't mind working them. I don't have a
It,
problem with it. I
it
had
kind
fun.
of stuck. Oh, go
I
ahead.
stuck. It sucks going over the bars, sweeping the last dirt bike race of the day. I'll tell you that much. Hitting it,
It sucks.
dirt,
Staying
hitting
there
them
so late.
20-foot dirt bike ruts suck. That's for sure.
Yeah. I wonder how. I'd like to talk to some people that aren't going to be biased about, how it was racing Sunday this last weekend after the dirt bikes had, playing in the mud. And
Right.
maybe and maybe the ground was soft enough still to where it didn't matter. But if if it's pretty soft on Saturday and they get pretty deep and dries up a little, it
Yeah.
might that might suck catching a front wheel on one of those.
Well, I was going to say next week's guest is Brady Torres here on Numb Addicts, so we'll get some insight on that maybe. Maybe he'll
Yeah.
maybe he'll have a non-biased opinion on the dirt bike ruts, because me personally, I would think it would suck racing after the dirt bikes on a mud race.
And I get they're trying to be different, and that helps. Some people want to if the
Yeah, to race both
race.
the weekends
Yeah,
that they have, staggered races.
Yep. That helps and all.
Right.
And they're a little more dirt bike orientated. He's a dirt biker, and that's kind of who he's trying to cater to a little more. Not leaving the quads out though, still, but
Right. I still think he does a pretty good representation for the quads.
But I'm curious. I'm curious of how that's going to go. Most series do run the quads first for a reason, I believe. People can say otherwise, but I believe there's a reason, and that's to get the track prepared, and it helps the dirt bikes a lot, I believe.
Yeah, as much as the ones that bitch about it, I think it does. It kind of lays down a line for, I mean, especially your newbie riders, your goon riders or whatever you want to call them.
It gives them ruts, like pre-made wide ruts to corner in. Because last race, I was sitting there behind a dirt bike in practice, and there was some flat, unrutted ground we're going through. And he's his back end slipping, sliding out. He's putting his foot, dabbing his foot down.
Yep.
And then we get into some ruts, and he's rimming the quad ruts and just turning perfect. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You're welcome.
But we ruin the track as quads.
I know
Our bad.
every time I see someone say, "Oh, the quads ruin the tracks," I want to post a picture of like aftermath of Supercross and like hip deep ruts.
Dude,
In the
I was
track.
watching one with Daniel Blair step down in a rut today, and that son of a gun was waist deep.
Yeah,
Coming out of a turn, it was waist deep at this last race.
Granted, he's short, but still.
Hey, I'm short. Get out of here. I'm every bit of 5'7" on a good day.
Speaking of Supercross, what is going on with all these injuries? It's crazy that Jet and Eli and Hunter and all of them are all out, but Faulkner is still somehow going. What is it with that?
Man, he's riding like trash though.
But he's still up. He's still not wadded himself up for the year.
Yeah, Cameron McAdoo. No, yeah, McAdoo seemed to have folded himself up again.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But Faulkner, riding on that Triumph, riding out the back of the 20th, or riding out the back of the top 20 in that main event.
Must have been the Cowie. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Supercross is going to be a shakeup this year, especially with both Lawrence brothers hurt. Cooper Webb looks like he's going to take that title, though. I see Chase Sexton doing Chase Sexton things all season.
It?
Yeah, I don't see any good coming of it.
No.
But I see Cooper Webb taking it. Then man, I'm still going to go ahead and say that Tomac's a beast, though. He walked around with a broken leg. He had a broken damn leg and walked around. He raced. He's hitting triples with a broken leg.
Yeah.
Dude's a beast. Dude's a beast. Man, well, that's about what I have for this evening. Good sir. What do you have for this evening?
I've got a couple people lined up. I'm trying to, figure out a good time to do for the podcast. I'm going to do, I want to do like a live stream with you and hopefully get some people on to comment some questions once I, kind of reveal who the guest is going to be.
Yeah.
Have you guys?
I've seen that. Kind of give some question topics and stuff like that.
Have the listeners, give some questions, and then off air we'll do the interview with the guest, and then you'll have to, get on the podcast and listen to the rest of that.
Oh yeah,
cool.
That'll be our little teaser. You're gonna have to catch it live here. Yep. And then once we figure out what the heck's going on with Danger X and Numb Thumbs, why we can't tag team this, we'll get that figured out though quick.
I've got Kevin Moran's. He races Supercross. He's from up here in Kansas. I know him a little bit, and he said he'll come on, whenever. I just wanted to, be doing like Supercross Fantasy kind of the same time frames before, always, make it a little more relevant.
Oh, for
And I've
sure, understandable.
been thinking about reaching out, trying to get on some more GNCC guys. Walker was a blast to talk to. Maybe I watched the Works series. I want to get some Works guys on here too, because I love that stuff.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'd like to go check out some of that. I call that desert racing to me.
Yeah.
They don't have no woods. They got yuccas and cactus to go around.
And half moto, half
Yeah,
cross country,
more of
half
a,
dead. Oh,
more of a GP style.
yeah, more or less.
Right. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'm excited to work with you some and try to get some content out there. I think this is great that we're gonna do stuff. Um, keep people in the loop. I'm still gonna be doing Numb Thumb Addicts. Tim's still gonna be doing Danger X. We are gonna collab time to time just to BS and talk with racers and talk with big racers that we're not used to talking to for sure because we are just us. But so far, that's our plan. Danger X and Numb Thumbs here to represent. Pretty soon, I'll get some merch built up, but I don't know when that's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to get with one of my buddies down here that makes T-shirts and try to get some T-shirts made and do some cool things like that.
I've been thinking about doing some T-shirts. I flirted with doing it before and didn't quite have too many people wanting to do them. Then I had people interested, and then the person I was going to have to do the T-shirts, they fell through. But now, yeah. So if people are interested in some Danger X T-shirts, let me know.
Danger X merch out there. Holler if you need some. We get you
And I
hooked up with that.
got the drawstring bags available too.
Yep.
Tons of different.
Hold on. I got mine too. I have it up as my banner. I was just trying to sit by the front of the shop.
Yeah.
I've got my Danger X drawstring bag that's great for taking water bottles and supplies to the starting gate for your racer at any starting gate.
There you go. I'm super picky about like gloves and goggles are like my two biggest things.
Oh yeah.
And so
My goggles are wrapped up in a hoodie, a towel, something.
yeah, I'm weird about like my eyes and my hands. Like I wear gloves for everything. Everyone like I used to work oil field and stuff, or like working on like cement trucks. Like everyone would make fun of me because I did everything with the gloves on. I don't know why. I just like protecting my hands and stuff.
Understandable.
I
I got friends that wear gloves for everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a drawstring bag just full of tons of race gloves.
Yep, drawstring bag. That's what he's talking about. Y'all holler at your boy Tim with Danger X if you want some bags. He also has shirts that he can make available.
Yes.
So y'all holler. Black is the preferred color, though.
Yep, black. I could do white, gray, whatever color.
Yeah, colors are colors, but black.
Black looks good.
Well, sir, I'm going to have to jump off here. Numb Thumb Addicts is fixing to have to go eat supper before the boss of it all beats us up.
No problem. We will see you out there this weekend.
Heck yeah, man. We'll see you at the starting gate. Thank you, Tim and Danger X, for joining us this evening. Looking forward to working with you some more and seeing you this weekend at the races, brother. Good luck on your travels, mainly. I wish you luck at the gate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know or if you've caught on to this, but my YouTube, I have 24 hours to go until I am live on YouTube as well.
There you go.
More info to come on the YouTube live and how that works, but I'm going to be using that to bombard every single one of you suckers at the starting gate and when you come across the checker flag and after practice, and any officer that catches this, you're not safe either.
Did you get a little mic to plug in your phone?
I haven't got a mic yet, so we're going to have to yell at each other through the phone, but I will have a mic coming here probably next week. I'll have a mic. So
there you go.
Be mic'd up, ready to go at the next race for sure. Hopefully start catching some of these Great Plains races. But Tim, I'm going to go ahead and kick you out of here, sir. Thank you for joining me. Danger X podcast, he's going to have some stuff coming out. Before I go, Tim, do you have any sponsors you want to shout out to and thank?
I've just got the Flow Vision. I got Liette, IMS, and Risk. That's all I got so far.
Oh, right on, right on. Got a couple good sponsors in, is what it sounds
Oh
like.
yeah, I'm on the hunt for some local ones, but a little behind the ball on that, not knowing if I was, going to be racing the whole season this year or not. But we're working on it.
Hey, man, try to look outside the industry. Let's try to bring more into it.
There we go.
Hey, man, I appreciate your time, sir. You have yourself a wonderful evening.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too, Bubba. All right, guys. That was Tim Langer with Danger X Podcast, Black Flag Racing. Go check out his podcast. He's got a couple out there. He's got one really good one with Walker Fowler Racing. 7-time GNCC champion. That was probably the coolest one. Me and him and another buddy, we got to all kind of talk about it, and discuss what we want to, questions to ask and stuff. Because little starstruck there, man. Like you said, trying to get Kevin Moran's on there. He's trying to get some more GNCC guys. If I could talk to a couple of my friends that race GNCC, we'll see if I can get them on here. But, man, thank you all for this Wednesday edition of Numb Addicts Racing. Thank you for joining this and liking and subscribing. If you would, follow and like my Facebook page. Go subscribe to my YouTube. Man, let's blow this thing up. I can get lives going at the races on YouTube now. So we can keep it going, or we can start on Facebook too. Hey, I love y'all. God bless. Y'all have a beautiful